Hey everybody, my name is Albert Corey, and today we're going to talk about instant profit accelerators, how to write the ticket of your dream. Oops. Did you know that 50% of business owners will fail in the first year, according to the US Census? Did you know that the average business owner works 60 hours a week, according to New York Enterprise Report? Did you know that 50% of business owners' divorce rate is 50%, according to marriage.com? My name is Albert Corey, and the name of our program is Instant Profits Activators, and we're going to show you how we can stop to avoid these problems. I would thank StreamYard, Facebook, Instagram for all the platforms we're watching this on today, because without them, wouldn't be able to show the show. I would like to thank you, who's ever watching this, for showing up. So if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, please put it on one in the chat below. Sorry, I'm sure you're watching this sure you're watching this on the replay. If you're watching on the replay, just put a one below, on the show. Now, would it be okay if I tell you my story? See, this is my dad. Now you see me on national business stages. I've had two Amazon bestsellers, been in business for almost 40 years, right? And made hundreds and thousands of dollars. But I didn't start out this way. You see, when I was growing up, picked on and bullied, raise your hand if you can relate to that. If you're watching this later on the replay of YouTube or Facebook, you could just put a one chat below. Guess what? It's always like, heck, even my father picked on me. And this is why we started Instant Profit Activators. You see, when I got started, nobody had my back. You see, there was nobody there to help me. With Instant Profits Activators, I have almost 40 years in business. And now you'll be able to come to me and you're going to learn how I built my business. So now you don't have to go and invent the wheel. Now, raise your hand if your business could use more qualified leads with less stress and capital. Well, if you're watching this on our virtual and a replay, you could just put a one below. But guess what? That's what every business needs, because the more leads you can get, the more, obviously, more money you can get. And if they're qualified leads, it's easier to close the sale. Now, these are the top ways to get qualified leads. The first one is you have to become an expert. An expert is that when they think of your business, they think of you. It's like to say that when you think of McDonald's, you think of hamburgers. So that when I think of your business, because when you're out and about in town and they forget about who you are, they're going to think, oh man, you're the tax man, or you're the tile guy. Because let me tell you something. Would it be okay if I tell you this one story? I would go out when I was out on my last trip and I was going to Atlanta, and I had a shirt on that said tax man. And next thing you know, somebody behind me says, oh, look, you're the tax man. Guys, this is the guy who I've been coming to for the last 10 years. Well, the next thing you know, I got a whole bunch of people around me in the plane when I was flying up to Atlanta to speak, asking me questions. Now, it's very simple to become the expert, because an expert is you got to go out and give everybody the keys to the kingdom. Zig Ziglar says the more you give, the more you're going to get back. So I'm going to tell you is like you might want to go out and start making YouTube videos and showing everybody your exact keys, what you do and how to do it. I made this one YouTube video how to open up a corporation, and I'm getting 3 or 4 calls a week on it. How cool is that? Now it's up to you to close them. On Facebook and Instagram, you're answering posts and you're always giving value. You're always posting value. As you start to post value, you're going to start to get clients. It's like the other day, I had somebody who hasn't been to me in almost 10 years. I knew him on Facebook, but guess what? Because he saw my stuff on Facebook all the time, he saw me, and then he goes, oh, let me go and call Albert. Next thing you know, I'm doing 3 years and I made about $350. Now, guess what? You don't need only a lot of complicated tools. Guess what? Your cell phone is the only tool you're going to need, because I'm going to show you how, like I wrote in my second book, Increase Your Profits While Drinking Coffee, that you can start building your business in under 10 minutes a day. That's right, just 10 minutes a day. So what you're going to do is, I use a program called InShot. And on InShot, you can take pictures off your phone and make videos. Why is this important? Because, as you know, on the internet, it's a crazy place. It's a noisy world. So you got to learn to stop the scroll. So you can take pictures. And then with InShot, it costs like only $20 a year. In fact, you even can get it for $40 for the lifetime. So we're going to show you how to InShot. And also on InShot, you can start, you click it once, you click a button, you're going to go everywhere. You're going to start going everywhere. You're going to start showing them. You're going to start giving them tips on what you're going to do. And the next, the world is going to find you as an expert. And that's it. So when they need you, it's going to be like Ghostbusters. Who you're going to call is going to call you. And as I said earlier, you got to learn to stop the scroll. We live in a noisy world. And if you can stop the scroll, because nobody else is going to do it. Part of the class is we're going to show you how to use all social media, TikTok, where you don't have to dance and you can start growing your business. Now, part of the simple keys is we're going to go out and show you how to get more qualified feeds and make more money. But guess what? As you're going to start to make money, you're going to need an accountant. Now, an accountant are the keys to your business. First of all, everybody, as you start to watch this and start to listen to me, if you got an accountant, you got a bookkeeper, you got somebody, CPA, you're going to find, keep going to them. They're going to start to love you, because now I'm going to give you questions you can start to ask them. As you start to ask them questions, the next thing you know, they're going to start to love you, because now you can start to relate to them. So now, these are the 5 top ways to start saving on your tax return. The first thing is make sure you know the dates. See, all federal, state, and local returns all have dates to file. If you file late, guess what? You're going to pay extra money. So like all corporate tax returns are due on March 15th. If you don't file on March 15th, okay, you're going to start to have to pay late charges. And the late charge with the IRS, they're going to charge you $200 per shareholder of your company. So when you start working with us, we're going to make sure you know the dates. If you have a corporation open, same thing. I have clients that they opened up themselves. They didn't come to me to open it up, and they didn't know. The next thing you know, when they start coming and do the return, they say that they didn't know the dates. Next thing you know, you're going to start paying in money. The next thing you must know is do not use TurboTax. You see, TurboTax is the enemy of small businesses, because guess what? It doesn't talk back to you. It's just a program, and it doesn't talk back to you. You're not going to know the deductions at all. So guess what? You're going to start to make mistakes because you don't know. I've always learned is you have to stay in your lane. So if you're a baker, stick a baker. The example I always use is if you have a heart attack, okay, are you going to rip the cord out of the wall, cut one end off, put in a thing, and no, and put it to your heart? No, of course not. You're going to call 911. It's the same thing doing tax returns. Stick what you know and you'll do better. It's like, and by the way, when you start, doing TurboTax, I thank you because a lot of times when people think they can do it themselves, you're going to get IRS audit letters. I can't tell you how many times people came in my office like a year and a half later when things got all screwed up and they had to call me to fix it. So, best way to avoid, one of the fastest way to avoid getting audit letters, do not do it yourself. Now, the second thing is you need to set up your business correctly. I see this all the time. People try to save money and they don't come to me. Well, next thing you know, they start opening up the company. They click the wrong button and now they're going to start paying more money to the IRS. Why they owe that much? Because I clicked the wrong button and now it's cost them $300, $400, and $500. So make sure you know the difference between a sub S, LLC, sole proprietor, DBA, LLC. At Profit Activators, we're going to make sure, we're going to go over and make sure you know which company you're using. We're going to make sure you understand everything to make sure it's going right. Now, one of the other ways to start saving on your tax return is, does your tax person know your business? That's right. I see this all the time when I start to get on board new clients that are doing coaches, books, authors. These people don't know the deductions. Make sure you can ask them. Okay. Oh, I use a VA. How do I deduct this? Oh, I'm going to this webinar to use Instagram, TikTok. 90% of the people you're going to go to aren't going to know the tax deductions. With Instant Profit Activators, we're going to show you deductions, because I've worked with everything from porn stars to livid ranchers and everything in between. Okay, with everything in between. So we're going to make sure we know all your deductions. You're going to know your deductions. So if you don't come to me to do the return, okay, you're going to know who to go to. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, ask where their office is located. That's right. You don't want to go to somebody who works out of their house in their basement. You don't want to go to somebody's only their seasonal, okay, who rents a desk, an insurance company in the middle of H&R Block or the mall. Why you don't want to go there? Because if you have any questions or problems, they're not going to be there. Another place I will tell you don't want to go is H&R Block, Liberty, all those blockchain stores. It's the same concept. These people, when you start asking their questions, you're not going to get the same person year after year because a lot of them quit and move on. You're not. Okay. You're not going to, they move on. So they're not going to be there for you. Okay. They're not going to be there for you. So make sure you find somebody, you ask them where the location is, how long you're in business. You know how many people come to my office because they had somebody do the return and they get a letter from the IRS and they're not there to solve it. So make sure you know where their office is. Okay. And that's kind of on the other things we show you in Profit Activators. We're going to show you where the offices are, how to pick the right place, how to pick the right place, where to go. And guess what? You're going to start putting more money in your pocket. Now, what's the difference between the Taxman and Grant Cardone? know what the real difference is? You can still talk to me. Everybody who signs up to my class, I'm going to give you your cell phone. You can talk to me. If you call to our office, my team will take your number and they make sure we call you back. That's part of their main jobs, is to make sure that they call you back. Now, as you're watching this, let me ask you a question. How many of you would like some Instant Profit activators that the IRS does not want to know? That just one of these tips can start putting more money in your pocket. So if this is you right now, you want to have more money in your pocket and you want some great tax deductions that I've been using for almost 40 years to save money in your pocket. So now I want you to raise your hand. Okay, raise your hand. Now, in the other hand, I want you to pick up. Now, this is valued at $295, but I'll tell you what, you can get it for free if you just raise up your hand. If you raise up your hand and if you text Taxman to 26786, that's if you raise Taxman to 26786, you'll be able to get my gifts valued at $295 that you're going to start saving money in your pocket almost instantly. Now, this is my why. These are my kids. We're real big University of Miami football fans, real big. So my why is, we go to Australia together. We go to a lot of games together, and really we hang out a lot. One of my also whys is I'm part of Knights of Columbus Society. It's a big Catholic fraternity that starts helping out people. They give a lot of money, St. Vincent de Paul Society. So my biggest why is every day is when we have profits in this business, I'm giving back to the community. Now, these are some of the reasons why you want to work with the Instant Profit activators. All right, one of them is we're going to start to show you how to increase your profits with less stress. We're going to make sure we set up your business correctly. Okay, how many of you want to have your profits increase with less stress? I want you to put a 1 in the chat room. All right, put a 1 in the chat room. How many of you would like to make sure your business is set up correctly so you can avoid an audit? If you want this to happen, please put a 1 in the chat room. Now, the second one is who is around who can answer all your business questions for whether you buy a house, sell your condo. Who's going to be around to answer the questions? If you answer yes to any one of these, okay, then it's time to join Instant Profit activators. Okay. Now, you're going to get a 12-week masterclass with me. You're also going to be around a bunch of private online group of entrepreneurs. You can get access to all our interviews and recordings, 1-year access to weekly group mentoring, and we're going to have a 1 bonus day with special guests. The package value is $497, but today you can take action today for $997 or 3 payments of $334. But guess what? As a special guest, you can bring 2 people. And guess what? 2 people can start to ask the questions at the same time. Now, as an extra bonus, because you're signing up today, we're going to give you a 30-minute free consultation with me, Albert Corey. That alone would probably get more than your money back because I've been helping clients for almost 40 years. I can tell you one thing. This year alone, I saved one client $19,000 because I showed him how to change the address, where to change the address, and he started to save money. He saved $19,000 almost instantly. Now, we're also going to show you as an extra bonuses how to market your business in 10 minutes a day. why low-tech marketing is your best ROI, how you can become an instant expert is the key to success. Your cell phone is your key to riches. We're going to show you how to get more qualified leads and 30 other simple systems for success. The value of this is $1,299. So you can get all this for only $997. For everybody who's watching this online today, please put yes, I want it, and we will get back to you, right away. Guys, this is the end of our broadcast. Thank you for today. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it below, and we'll get right back to you. Thank you.